So it's been a while, about 10 months, since I've given an update, and I just mowed the lawn, so thought the garden looks good. So I give an update of how things are coming along. This garden is now 18 months old, and there was nothing there. We had an excavator here, and you might want to go back to one of the older videos, and there was nothing there, just bare soil. We have our, what should we call it, our private part of the garden with a wall, so that we can have privacy here. I just last week put in the stones between the grass and the flower bed, and most of the flowers, the roses and so on, are doing quite well. The rose arch we had last year didn't work out, so we made a new one. And the other side, there's the big red tree. The color isn't, it's much redder in real life than the video shows. This flower bed looks a bit sad. I'll show you who did that when we go to the backside of the garden. We now have 1,600 liters of rainwater catchment and a second roof. The big one was already finished last year, and the small one now is very handy because all the garden tools and rubbish bins are now under a real roof, not that tiny non-functioning thing that was there before. So we go to the back of the garden. This spring I put in a water line and a power line. The water line for convenience, and I'll show you why I needed the power line. The wildflower meadow took again forever to get up, and it's not too great. It looks okay now, but it was much better last year before the drought. This is my deck chair where I sit when there's shadow here. I don't go into the sun. Yeah, wildflowers. Strangely, like last year, the right side isn't as good as the left side. This is Martin's potato patch. Growing well. He'll have to pull the weeds tomorrow. There's one outlet from the power supply. Trees, fruit trees are doing well. No apples this year though, because we had a frost when they were blooming. The peach and the pears were finished with blooming, and we actually have some. Here's. I relocated all the berries. Last year there was the big pile of soil here. Now there are the berries. Strawberries have their own enclosure. Hoping to get some myself instead of feeding the wildlife. This is what is called a balcony power station, whatever. You can put that on your house without a lot of official. You have to register it, but you don't need a permit for it. It's limited to 600 watt. Then we have a greenhouse, and contrary to last year where I only bought a few flowers, this year I grew them all from seed. So this is the greenhouse full of tomatoes with a few bell peppers. Fingers crossed, we'll have a harvest. So, and these ladies are the reason why the flower bed looks so sad in front, because I let them out last week and they redecorated. We have 7 chickens here. Sussex. The white and black ones are Sussex and white leghorn. I don't know how the brown ones are called. They were just sold as brown chickens. Here we have a nice bench to rest, look over the gardens, observe the chickens. We have still the white ones and the brown ones have been here since November. The other 3 are new. We still, after 2 weeks, have some chicken politics going on. So, and instead of a few measly plants of grown vegetables, I went big. So, lots of stuff growing, not as well as I would like, but if you're lucky, stuff will fruit. I put the pine shavings on top as a mulch because they get so hot. The soil gets so hot that I think that's part of the problem why stuff isn't growing as it should. So, yeah, of course, this is the coop for the chickens. During winter we moved it all through the garden, but now for the summer it's parked here. Of course, it's self-built. Works very well. And now the reason why I had to put a power supply back here, because of my new toy, which is a Twingo electric. We cannot charge at home because we don't have a driveway, but I can charge here. And I don't have a fast charger, but for the short trips I'm doing, it works very well to keep the battery topped up with only loading here. So that's it for now. If I have more to tell, I'll make another video. Until then, have a good time.